you are wondering what life is like in Leander, Texas, then this is the video for you. Today we're going to be talking about the pros and the cons, the good and the bad, everything you need to know about Leander, Texas. So let's jump right into the video. My name is Connor Olson. This is the Living in North Austin YouTube channel. I'm a local realtor here in the Austin area. If you have any questions about relocating to Austin or the general market in the Austin area, feel free to give me a call. My contact info is in the description below. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out, ask me any questions you like. So let's jump right in and talk about Leander, Texas. So today we are going to be covering pros and cons of Leander, and I'm going to start off with a brief overview of Leander. So Leander is located northwest of Austin. It's about 40 minutes from downtown Austin without traffic. It is 2 suburbs out, so you have Austin, Cedar Park, and then Leander. The best way to get to it from Austin is to take 183 up northwest, and that'll take you straight over to Leander. Leander is one of the fastest growing suburbs of Austin, which brings me to my first point, is the growth and development that we are seeing in Leander. Now, depending who you ask, this could be either a pro or a con of Leander, Texas. So Leander has a very large city limits, and there's still a ton of land that is left vacant farmland. So that is being actively bought up by developers, and they are putting in a ton of housing up in Leander. So if you're one of the people that likes seeing a bunch of open space and you like being in more of a rural community, this might be a con for you. If you are someone that likes seeing a lot more affordable housing go up to meet the demand of people looking to relocate to Austin, then this is definitely a pro. With that rapid development, there is a lot of people that are moving into Leander. There's obviously a lot of apartment complexes, there's a lot of homes, just a big population boom is going on in the Leander area. And that brings me to my next con, which is congestion. So Leander has seen a huge boom over the past 10 years. There's a lot of housing going up, and the infrastructure just isn't quite there to handle it. If you live in Leander and you have to commute to downtown Austin, you're gonna be fighting traffic pretty regularly. It is very common for you to be hitting maybe an hour and 30-minute traffic to get from Leander to different parts of Austin. So that is definitely one con, is that the roads and the congestion are just not quite built up to where it should be. Things are growing at a very rapid pace, and the roads just unfortunately aren't there to sustain it. The second pro is going to be the strong community spirit in Leander. Leander is still a small town feel, it's a tight-knit community, and there are a ton of local events that draw in a lot of the residents of Leander. So these events really bring people together. They are super fun for the family, and they are just a great time all around. Some of these local events include a bluegrass festival, a summer concert series, fitness classes, kite festival, Liberty Fest, and movies in the park. And again, these events are targeted to be family friendly. There is a very young population in Leander. There's a lot of young families moving to the area, so a lot of the events are targeted for families. They're not just adult style events. It's a really good community building time if you have kids and you can bring them along to some of these funner events. Another pro about Leander is the proximity to Austin. It is a short drive to get from Leander to different parts of Austin. So whether you're looking to go downtown, you're looking to go to the airport, it is not that far of a drive. Just depending on when you leave, you might be hitting congestion like I touched on earlier. But if you're going in the evenings or on the weekends, traffic shouldn't be an issue. So you still have the small town feel, but you have access to the international airport, to the fun downtown Austin events, to the concert series downtown, to the UT football games. All those things are a short drive away. So proximity to Austin is definitely another pro. The final pro is going to be the quality of public education in Leander. The Leander ISD is the top rated school district in Williamson County. So a lot of people I talk to when they're considering moving to the Austin area, so a great school system definitely attracts a lot of people to come move to the Leander area. So that is going to be our final pro. Our first con was congestion, and our next con is going to be the rising cost of living in Leander. Just like everywhere in the US, inflation has really taken off over the past few years, and it is more expensive to live in Leander. Pre-pandemic, it was very common to find new construction homes in Leander in the $200,000 to $250,000 range. Today, that's not so common. There's a lot of homes being built, but unfortunately, they're having to come in at a higher price point to adjust for the things we're dealing with every day, the higher labor costs, the higher cost of materials, the higher prices of land. So that is definitely one con, is Leander was once a extremely affordable option for people that are moving to the Austin area, and now with inflation, it's becoming less and less affordable. It's still very affordable compared to the whole Austin metro. It's just not so affordable when you look back 5 years and see where prices were then and where prices are today. Another con of Leander is the limited public transportation. Unfortunately, it is a very driving-centered city. There's not a ton of public transportation. If you're looking to get from Leander to Austin, right now you just don't really have a lot of options. And if you do have options, like taking the bus system, it's going to be a really long bus ride. You're going to have to make a lot of different changes. There's not really a straight shot into downtown Austin. There are plans in place to change that. Austin has a light rail system that goes from downtown, it goes all the way up to Northwest Austin Cedar Park area, and there are plans to expand that into Leander. Unfortunately, we're still a ways out from seeing that come to fruition. There's still a lot of construction. There's been some public pushback for creating the light rail system. So fingers crossed it's coming, but it's not coming within the next few years. The final con of Leander, Texas is kind of a personal one. I personally believe they have a limited parks system. The city of Leander has 7 parks throughout the city and around 180 acres. Now, if you compare that to Cedar Park, which is a bordering suburb of Leander, Cedar Park has over 1,000 acres of parkland and over 40 parks. So even though Leander has some good park options, I just think it doesn't compare to Cedar Park. Leander definitely has some room to grow. It is a much newer city than Cedar Park. Leander's really seen most of its growth come in the past 10 to 15 years, whereas Cedar Park saw most of its growth in the 90s and early 2000s. So there's definitely some hope to hopefully see some future park development as the city slowly gets built out. But as of right now, there's not a ton of parks throughout the city. One thing I will say is that Leander is home to one of the best splash pads in all of Austin. It's called Quarry Splash Pad. This splash pad is massive, and there are a ton of families that take advantage of this every single day. So if you're looking to beat the heat, the splash pad is a great option, but it can get very busy because of its popularity. I know of tons of families who will make the drive 30-45 minutes to go to this splash pad specifically. So although Leander might not have a ton of parks, this splash pad definitely makes up for it, especially when it comes to those 100-degree summer days that we get. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions about Leander, Texas or the surrounding suburbs, feel free to reach out. My contact info is in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.